No. Alright guys, what's up? Today, or tonight, we're gonna learn how to backlash. And if you don't know what that is, I'll show you right now. Right now.
Yeah.
Alright, you've probably seen pros do this trick all the time, like Devin Smiley. He's super good at these. Pretty much all he does is ride backwards on his back wheel. But yeah, like the first step, you got to be comfortable with 180s, manuals, and you got to know how to land back heavy on your back wheel. That's like really important. And you got to have control over your 180s, because to do it, you kind of have to under-rotate and lean back as you're under-rotating, and then you're going to land, and that momentum is going to carry you around. Pretty much your bike does a lot of the work for you. You just have to like be confident in your bike skills and your bike's skills. Not your skills, your bike skills. To start it, you'd start off like a normal 180. So you'd do, like if you can 180, you know what a normal 180 is. If you can't, you should probably learn how to 180 first. And you have to have like basic skills of manuals. So do a couple manuals, do like 3 squares or 3 spaces in a parking lot, maybe that'll help. And so basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna rotate, you're gonna pull up, do 180, and then try to under-rotate. All right, so try to under-rotate, and what I mean by that is do the 180 and land a bit less than 180, and land with your front wheel up. So this is what I mean by back heavy. So you're gonna land like this and lean into it. So if you spin to the right, when you're 180, you're gonna land and lean to the left. Your momentum is gonna carry you around, and you can hop out of it, you can just drop out of it, but I think it's easier to hop out of it. And obviously if you spin to the left, you're gonna do it, land a bit under rotated and lean a bit to the right. So your back wheel is gonna like rotate and turn kind of on its sidewall, but not too much. Because if you lean too much, you're just gonna loop out, but you'll be fine. I'm still alive and I've fallen many times. You're gonna land in a manual and try to squat a bit when you land, because if you squat, your bike's gonna like wanna follow. So under rotate a little bit, land back heavy, lean a bit to the side. So if you spin to the right, lean a bit to the opposite side. If you spin to the left, lean to the opposite side, and kind of like try to like turn.
Yeah, try and get in the same position you'd be to do a manual forwards, but just, you know, backwards,
Yeah.
and then that helps.
All right, the final step, you could say, you're gonna start spinning and turning back, but it's gonna be kind of sudden. Like the first part starts slow. Once you get around, it's gonna be sudden, and then it's gonna snap you around, and you'll be able to hop. It won't be like intimidating. It'll be like like a familiar feeling, you could say. You'll come around, you'll spin, you'll be able to hop out. And if you're like getting fancy, you can probably 180 out. Like yeah. Some common tips would be to obviously under rotate, focus on landing in a back heavy manual position when you land backwards, and kind of get not too low, but get more back than low. So like obviously manual position, you're like leaning back like that. That'll help carry your momentum backwards. You don't have to know how to fakie manual to do this. I suck at fakie manuals, you probably do too. So when you're starting, if you want to get over the fear of landing backwards and going backwards, what you can do is you can do like a tap 360. So if you don't know what that is, I'll show you right now. Alright, so if I wanted to, I could have done that same rotation, but made it into a backlash. What I did was, I didn't land back heavy in a manual position. So, yeah, land back heavy, manual position. Biggest tip. I'm gonna swap my bicycle for a real bike.
Yeah, that's a real bike if I've ever seen one.
Alright. For all you BMX rookies, this is pretty much a bike's this bike is pretty much a park setup. Low frame, tall bars, no pegs, super low.
Pegs coming soon.
And also a cassette hub. That noisemaker that you hear at parties, same device in that wheel right there. So on a cassette, it is a little bit different. You gotta be like super precise with your pedals. Oh, there's a guy on a bike. Alright, so on a cassette, it is a bit different because when you're going backwards, you do have to pedal. So that motion might throw you off if you don't have a free coaster and you're not used to cranking back. So you should be comfortable with your fakies, and you might have to be able to like fakie manual a bit. So because when you do the backlash, you do about a full crank back when you're doing the fakie. What you're gonna want to do is like when you land backwards, it's the same exact motion it's the same motion as the fakie backlash on a free coaster, but the only difference is that you have to pedal back at the same time. So it might be harder, but what you want to do is like don't put too much pedal pressure, because if you put like as much pedal pressure as you can, you're just gonna stop immediately. So kind of control. Oh my god.
Goofies.
You good? Yeah.
You got it.
You got it, man.
I want to see that.
Like I said, you might have to want to fakie manual like a square or two, like a full crank back, because focus over here. The how-to is over here.
Sorry.
So when
I want to see if you falls.
On a cassette, it's going to be a bit different because you do have to pedal back, and it is hard to maintain that pedal pressure. So some tips for doing it on a cassette: you're going to do the same 180 rotation as on a free coaster, but you're not going to. You are going to have to pedal back. So what you want to do for that is try to fakie manual like kind of a full crank, because it's going to teach you how to control that fakie pedal pressure. Because if you use too much, you're not going to go. You are going to like fall back, and if you don't use enough, you're just going to drop your front end. So what you want to do is kind of control it. Find like a happy medium between those two firmnesses of pedal pressure. So once you find that, it should be simple. You should be able to like carry that fakie manual way longer than on a free coaster, because you have control with your pedal pressure. I'll try to demonstrate it. I was once a cassette rider, but I transitioned to the dark side. It is a bit easier once you learn them, though.
Yeah, do another one.
I'm lost for games.
Yeah. Dang nab.
I catch my breath.
All right.
Film.
I am.
All right.
film.
So some closing thoughts on the video. Lean back, fakie manual position, just a manual position but backwards. On a cassette, control your feet. Find how to control your feet on the fakie and the pedal pressure, and under rotate. Like under rotating may not seem like a big part, but it helps you whip around and like carry a fakie manual. You should follow me on Instagram, because these how-tos are hard.
Gains.
You have to know how to do tricks, and the Instagram should be like somewhere in those bushes over there. Wait, let me look for it.
Oh, there it is.
Wait. Oh yeah, look at that. It's right there. Alright, CF3 BMX. He has an Instagram too. I think it's in this bush right here. Let me see. Oh yeah, look, it's right there. You see it? Alright, subscribe button, you know where that is. If you're not subscribed, why not? You should, because
Gains.
I taught you how to fakie manual.